Okay, good afternoon, class. How are you doing?
It's 15 hours.
Good afternoon, Mr. Fadera.
Good afternoon. Fofana, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. I'm fine. How was your Eid Fitr? Hope you all. Yes, Usman.
Fofana, good afternoon.
Afternoon, Mr. Njai. How are you doing?
Yes. How are you, sir?
I went to Nyomi the other day. Nyomi is not nice at all.
Fine, thank you. Nyomi di ata le baka fawde yalla wala ne te buka fama je tami be nyomi lo kan dorom.
No. Okay, that's right. Nyomi is not nice at all. Okay, so I'm really sorry that we're starting a bit late today. Actually, our main imam did not come, so we had an assistant imam who was, who had a marathon khutbah. So we couldn't finish until a couple of minutes ago. Right. So I hope we are all good to go. Yeah. We all good to go?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, good. So today we're going to look at a new topic. Okay, but before that, I just want to say I've received your assignments. I think lots of you have sent in your assignments. Some people sent in late. Actually, if you send it late, obviously you're going to be how to call it, penalized. You're going to lose some marks naturally, and of course I will definitely know when you send in late. The time you send in, the date and the time is all recorded, and I cannot miss it. Okay, so please, if I give you assignments, I think you should try to take it seriously and submit on time. Okay, majority of you have submitted on time, which is good. Okay, so
in my case, I mistakenly type your name as I Fofana instead of L Fofana. So it was later on when you rectify me is when I realized that I made the mistake. That's why I sent it again.
Okay. I don't know. Anyway, mistake.
I'm appealing, please.
Yeah, actually, it was not only you alone. I think there were a couple of you who did similar mistake. Someone also typed I Fofana and stuff like that. But anyway, I'll see what to do. Inshallah. I'll see. I think for some of you, I've already noted because I'll be able to track it on the WhatsApp message that we exchanged.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, so let's proceed. Shall we proceed? So today we're going to look at target costing. Okay, we're going to look at target costing. On the target costing, we're going to look at the following. Of course, we're going to have a quick recap on what we've done the last time we met, which was on activity-based costing. We're going to look at a video on target costing. I think that will take us off, smoothly. It's a video, a short video, about 5 minutes, and then that definitely explains, target costing in brief. Okay, so we're going to look at the need for target costing, definition of target costing, what do we mean by target costing, and the steps that we take when we are implementing target costing. Then we will do, for today, we'll do question 1 and 2. I'm sure time may not permit us to do the exam type question. It takes some time. So hopefully when we come next class, inshallah, we'll do the Edwards Company Limited question, which is a full-blown exam type question. Okay, so we'll look at VE, value engineering. We're going to look at how do we close the gap between the target cost and the current costing, the cost of the current costing technique. Okay, how do we close the gap between the two? Okay, by using value engineering. Okay, so we look at advantages of target costing. We're going to look at the disadvantages. Okay. So before we look at the video, let's have a quick recap on what we've done so far. We started off by doing bits on marginal costing. We looked at absorption costing. Okay, we answered a couple of questions on absorption costing. Then we looked at activity-based costing. And the activity-based costing was the last topic we did during our last class. And we did a question on it, and I gave you an assignment on ABC and absorption costing. Okay, so I hope at this time, at this juncture, we are all, able to do questions on both absorption costing and activity-based costing. Is that my understanding? Is that the case? You are all able to do questions on absorption costing and the ABC. Is that the case? Are you with me, class? In other words, I'm trying to ask whether you understand ABC and the absorption costing to your fingertips. Do you understand them? Are you with me? I hope I'm loud and clear. Are you getting me?
Yes, we are getting you.
Okay, so my question is ABC and absorption costing. Do you understand them to your fingertips?
Yeah, we kind of understand it now. We keep on practicing and to get more understanding on it.
You kind of understand them. Kind of, Yusufa.
Yeah.
Kind of, that's not a positive answer. I think you
That's why I said we will keep on practicing to get more understanding. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Okay, good. I hope you keep practicing. ABC and absorption costing is very, very, very important. And it will definitely come either in the exams or in one of your assignments or tests. Okay, so it's really, really important, even in practice. ABC mixed with absorption costing. Okay, right. So we've seen how we answered an exam type question on ABC and absorption costing last class. Like I said, when you look at absorption costing and activity-based costing, they are very, very, very similar. Very, very, very similar. The only main difference is in absorption costing, we usually have one OAR, okay, or departmental OARs. Okay, so you either have one organizational OAR or departmental OARs. Okay, but in ABC, in activity-based costing, we have series of OARs. But are they called OARs? What are they called?
Cost drivers.
Not cost drivers, cost driver rates.
They are called the cost drivers.
Cost driver rates, CRR, Central River Region.
Okay, noted, sir.
They are called cost driver rates, CRR. Okay, so cost driver rates in ABC is equivalent to OAR in absorption costing. Okay, so in ABC, we have series of CRRs based on the activities. Okay, and like I said, all the costing techniques, all the costing methods, marginal costing, absorption costing, ABC, life cycle costing, target costing, all of them, they all have the same way of treating prime costs. Okay, prime costs don't have any issue because they are directly traceable to products and services. The only problem is how we treat overheads, how we share or apportion overheads, fixed overheads. Okay, so this is where costing techniques differ. Okay, so please go over your notes and go over the videos so you can consolidate your understanding on ABC and absorption costing. Okay, right. So today we're going to look at target costing, like I said. Before we play the video, I just want to give you an introduction and a bit of background on absorption costing. Okay. When you look at the previous costing techniques we've already dealt with, that's the marginal costing, the absorption costing, and the ABC, one of the uses of these costing techniques is for pricing decisions. Okay? For pricing decisions. That is to put a price tag on our products and our services. Okay? In ABC, for example, or in absorption costing, when we want to put a price on our products or services, we will calculate our prime cost, we calculate our overheads, we add the two, we have our total cost, and then we put our profit on top, the profit markup, so that we can get our selling price. Okay? But the problem with this method is it only looks inwards. It does not look outwards. Looking inwards, meaning it considers the material is going to use on the order, the labor is going to use the overheads, and so on and so forth. And then based on those costs, price tag will be determined. Okay? But that price tag does not look at what prevails in the market. Okay? And that is a problem. If you do your pricing based on absorption costing, based on ABC, you might have some problems as an organization because your price may not represent what obtains in the market with your competitors. Okay? So, in other words, your price is based on what you think customers are going to buy your products for. But it does not actually, portrays whether your clients are definitely going to be ready to buy your products based on those prices. So in order to avoid that, there is a new costing technique called target costing. So what target costing does is it considers first what prevails in the market. Before you take any pricing decision, you will do a market research. Okay, you do a market research and then try to find this product that I want to produce or this service that I want to offer. my competitors sell these services or these products at a particular price. Then you use that price tag and then work backwards. You determine your profit. Of course, the profit usually depends on management. Of course, management could say, we're going to put this much percentage on sales or on cost for our profit. Okay? And then based on that, you can determine your target cost. So your target cost will mean this will be the cost that you're going to work on to produce your products. That is, if you are into manufacturing and production. Okay? So it's so important and it's so beneficial. Okay? But let's watch the video and then we'll see how it works.
This presentation looks briefly at the technique of target costing. A typical value system might be described as including elements such as research and development, design, manufacturing, marketing and distribution, followed by after-sales customer service. The target cost is particularly relevant at the design stage, as this is where the cost of manufacture is determined, as well as the features of the product. To determine the target cost, we take the price we think will be competitive in the marketplace, usually ascertained via marketing research, and deduct the desired profit margin, which leaves us with the target cost. If we can't get the cost down to this level, then it could be argued that it isn't a viable product offering. It is suggested that lowering the cost of design without losing the functionality of the product can be a motivating factor for employees. If we were to look at this as a step-by-step process, the first thing we could do is determine the market price. And this is usually done via marketing research, or it could be, if we're entering a market that exists, we take the main competitor's price as a proxy price to begin with. We then need to determine the desired profit for this particular product. And deducting that from the price would obviously give us the calculated target cost. We can then use techniques such as value engineering to identify ways to reduce the product cost. Also using Kaizen costing and other techniques to see whether we can get the cost down to the target cost. One aspect of this process is that we need to make sure that we have as accurate a costing system as possible and as good an understanding of how the costs are incurred, i.e. the cause and effect within the cost drivers. Let's take a brief look at some of the methods we could use to reduce costs. We can use techniques such as value engineering. This examines trade-offs between different product functionality or features and their relationship between the total product cost. We are essentially trying to understand the costs of providing the functionality or features and stacking this up against the value added to the customer. Within this, we could use functional analysis. Here we look at the analysis of the functions offered and make decisions based on marketing research, again with reference to the value and the cost. We could look at the design analysis, maybe looking at different designs as these impact on the cost of manufacture, maybe reducing the number of parts, which makes assembly easier, or using standard parts, which again reduces the cost. And of course, allied to this, we have to have a good understanding of the costs associated with the various decisions, and using computer-based databases that include comprehensive information about the firm's cost drivers is obviously helpful here. The key, though, is to ensure that we don't take away the reasons why customers buy the product in the first place just because it reduces costs. We could use a technique known as Kaizen costing. Kaizen costing is basically looking at continually reducing the costs, a process of continuous improvement. And the focus here is to try and reduce costs via improved methods of manufacturing, operations control, and techniques such as total quality management. One aspect of target costing is that average costs will reduce as the volume increases, depending of course on the incidence of fixed costs. So it might be possible to achieve the target cost when the volume approaches 20% of the potential market. This can mean that setting the price is critical, as losses may be made in the first instance, but the rewards of achieving a high market share and high volumes can be very profitable. And this of course emphasises the importance of working very closely with the marketing team, as estimating demand can be critical in setting the pricing. So target costing is achieved through teamwork right the way through the whole process, not just by one department. So target costing is a team effort. Looking at competitor products can also be important, particularly if there are existing products in the market, and looking at how our competitor products are made is just as important as estimating the total cost of manufacturing and product costs. Value engineering and the design team we've seen can play a key role, as does customer feedback and building that into the design. Redesigning production and what and how support services are provided can also be significant. And of course not forgetting the marketing, distribution and after sales service aspects, as these all have an impact on costs. The key thing to remember is that the cost can be saved throughout the whole value system, including working with external suppliers. And the ultimate aim is to hit the target cost. This video is part of
Okay, so what's the ultimate aim of target costing? The video ended with that. What was the ultimate aim of target costing? Hello, class. Are you with me?
Yes.
Did you listen to the video? Did you understand it? Was it loud and clear? The class is very slow today. What's happening? Are you getting me right?
Yes, the video was very clear.
Okay. So, what is your understanding of the video, Yusufa? What can you pick from the video?
Yeah, the video maybe is the target costing is main technique is to determine the market condition, how to reduce your cost. You know.
How to reduce your cost. Okay.
Yeah, just to know the market condition, how to make your pricing and stuff like that.
Okay. Okay. Right. Thank you.
Hello.
Suringa, sorry. Suringa, are you with us? Suringa Sanya? I don't know whether I'm pronouncing your name properly. Suringa? It does not seem to be. Are you getting me right, Suringa? Suringa Sanya? He seemed to be out there. He was talking and disturbing everybody whilst we were watching the video. Suringa, are you with us? Okay, forget him. Batu, you wanted to say something?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. The target costing is a technique. It's a technique that is used to determine your pricing without compromising quality.
Without compromising quality. Okay, very good.
Mr.
Yasin,
Okay.
yes.
What I understand about the video, it's telling us how to determine our market price.
Yes.
And to determine our profit as well.
Okay.
Then after determining both our market price and our profit, we will know the target cost that we should attach. Yeah.
Yes. Good. Okay. Right. So, in other words, target cost is the unit cost we're trying to target, we're trying to aim to produce our goods. Okay? So, for example, if let's say there is a new company that wants to come into soap manufacturing in the Gambia, okay? So before they start production, okay, they need to do some research. They need to do some kind of planning, okay? So if they have to do a proper planning, what they should do is to do a market research of the industry of soap making. Maybe they should go to Sankunsela, they should go to Komija and all these other places to find out what prices, or they could even do a market research even by visiting markets, and stuff like that. Okay, so that if they know the price each of those competitors or a selection of those competitors are selling their products, they will use that as a determining factor. Okay, so in target costing, we start from what? From bottom and then going up. So you start with your selling price. So you determine your selling price. And of course, every organization has got a policy on profit. Okay, some will say when we produce a particular product, a particular cost, we are going to add 10% on top of it to give us our profit, or we're going to add 15%, or some it will be a fixed amount. So every organization has got its profit policy. So that whatever that profit policy will come up to, you will take that profit off your selling price. Naturally, to get your cost, you have to get the profit from the selling price. So whatever you arrive at is the cost that you're trying to aim to produce those products. The benefits of those is, one, whatever product you're going to produce, it will be demanded, because you already know that this is the price I'm going to sell my products, and similar prices is what other customers are paying for goods and services. So you'll definitely know that there will be demand for your product. And if there is demand for product, your sales is going to boost, your sales turnover is going to be high, and of course, your profitability is going to increase. Unlike when you use the activity-based costing or the absorption costing. When you use those methods, it's like you're blind, okay? The selling price you're going to offer, you're not sure whether it's going to be demanded or not. Okay, is that clear? Right, so let's go and, add more flesh to it. Let's go and add more flesh to it. Okay, I hope it's clear. For the rest of you who have not spoken, I hope it's clear you understood what the video is saying. So what the video said is exactly what we're coming to discuss. Okay, we're going to, expand on it. So what do you think we will need target costing for? Of course, in traditional costing, of course, I have said it. This is the method we usually use in calculating selling price. We calculate the unit cost, that is the variable cost plus the overheads to arrive at our total cost, and then we add our profit margin to arrive at our selling price. Okay, so like I've said at the introduction, the problems with this is it does not consider what prevails in the market. Costs are not challenged. Okay, so now, how do we define target costing? Okay, CIMA defines target costing as a product cost estimate derived from competitive market price. So it is a product cost that you arrive at as a result of doing some market research. Okay, so it's very, very beneficial compared to other costing techniques. Yeah. So it's not just a method of costing, but rather it is a management technique wherein prices are determined by market conditions. Okay, not just guesswork or any internal decision making, but the prices you're going to set for your products and services will depend on what obtains in the market. Okay, so the target cost is equals to our selling price that we're going to come up with after our market research less our profit margin. Is this clear? Everybody, any questions on target costing before we move on? Any questions on target costing before we move on? Ibrahima M. Travale, are you with us?
Yes.